Here is one thing you should know before we begin. I share real stories for real people. Stories about grit, ambition, and the quiet battles nobody sees. If you are building something, chasing something, or trying to become something, these stories are for you. And if you want to support the journey, check out grizzlycollective1.com and use the code GIZZ10 for a little boost along the way. It was a cold, grey Monday morning in late November, the kind where the sky looks like wet concrete and the whole world feels half asleep. Most people were dragging themselves to work with that classic Monday reluctance, but not Adam. Adam was already in his van by 6:30, heating barely working, coffee flask already empty, and the roads still slick with frost. He was determined to make this week different. No more waiting for motivation to appear. He wanted to chase it. His first job was out near the national park, a remote delivery to a cottage hidden at the foot of an old walking trail. The kind of place you only find if you already know it exists. As he drove deeper into the countryside, the fog thickened, settling low over the fields until everything looked like a scene from a crime drama. Most people would have been spooked. Adam loved it. It felt like the world was daring him to take the day head on. Halfway there, he spotted a woman by the roadside, car bonnet open, steam rising into the cold air. He slowed, pulled over, and asked if she was all right. She laughed and said her battery had died and her phone had 1% left. Typical Monday luck. Adam grabbed his jump leads, got her started, and before she drove off, she told him something simple that stuck with him. Don't rush the day, own it. He carried that with him up the trail as he walked the final stretch to the cottage parcel under one arm, boots crunching through frost. The path was narrow, icy, and surrounded by towering pines that groaned in the wind. Halfway up he slipped, almost went flying, managed to grab a branch and haul himself upright again. For a moment, he just stood there, heart hammering, muttering under his breath about how this job was going to finish him one day. But then he laughed. A proper belly laugh, because he realized something. Every time life tried to knock him on his ass, he stayed standing. Maybe that was the win. When he finally reached the cottage, the old man who answered the door looked like he'd stepped out of a history book, wool jumper, thick beard, eyes full of mischief. He invited Adam in for a warm drink, insisting nobody leaves his doorstep frozen. They spoke for 10 minutes, maybe 15, but the old man said something that hit even harder than the woman's advice. People think big days start with big moments, he said. They don't. They start with one small decision. One step. One act of carrying on, even when you could turn back. By the time Adam left, the fog had lifted, the sky had cracked open to pale winter blue, and he felt something he hadn't felt on a Monday in years. Momentum. Not because work was easy or the morning had gone smoothly, but because he had chosen to lean into the chaos instead of backing away from it. He realized that maybe that is what adventure really is. Not climbing mountains or crossing oceans. Just choosing to keep moving when everything around you feels like a reason to quit. As he walked back down the trail, he felt ready for the week. Not because it would be perfect, but because he was. And sometimes that is enough to change everything. If you enjoyed this story and want more tales of grit, hustle, and cold mornings turned into victories, you know where to find me. Check out grizzlycollective1.com for artwork and gear built for people who keep pushing, and use the code GIZZ10 for a little thank you for being here. Stay sharp, stay moving, and remember this. Mondays don't decide your week, you do.